Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm with Debra Hammit with BMR Insurance. This is my go-to gal, and I recommend, as always, when you're buying a house, make sure you know all your costs. And Debra today is going to talk a little bit more about her role in the process and things that you may not know about insurance. For example, I didn't know there was a thing as a captive agent and what is the other one? An independent agent.
Mm-hmm.
What is the difference between those two?
Well, when I started in the industry about 20 years ago, I was a captive agent, and basically what that means is that you have one insurance carrier that you can offer your client.
Oh.
So if there happens to be a situation where it just doesn't fit that underwriting guideline for that company, you don't have any more options
You're
for
out of
your
luck.
client. Yes, and of course they'll go elsewhere.
Right.
So I learned very quickly and made that transition to independent agent very shortly after that, and I love the options and the flexibility that being an independent agent offers.
Mm-hmm.
We offer over 20 A-rated carriers, so if the rates go up, if somebody has a bad driving record, unlucky year, with accidents and tickets.
She's my girl.
We can move you. We can
Yeah.
shop you and move you around.
Mm-hmm.
So I love it. Yeah. I wouldn't go back.
Good. So what are all the different types of coverage of insurance that someone could get or may need?
So we're a full service agency here. We offer auto, home, umbrella, motorcycle, life insurance, health insurance, commercial, you name it, we can pretty much fit their need.
I did not know you had health insurance and life insurance.
And we can write your E&O.
Oh.
We'll talk.
Yeah. I didn't know that. So in real estate, we do have an equal amount of condo owners to single family owners. And probably the biggest question I get is, why are condo policies less expensive than the single family home policies?
Yes, so usually condo policies, how it fits under a condo policy is that they have an HOA policy. So it's a master policy that most of the time will just cover the common areas and the structure.
Right.
So a lot of times the condo policies itself would just cover the walls in.
Right.
So you have your attached fixtures, your floors, sinks, tubs, countertops that are built into that policy, along with your personal belonging coverage, liability, loss of use if you need a place to stay while your house is being repaired due to a claim.
Okay.
So that's why it's cheaper to buy a condo policy usually versus a home, because you're not covering the structure that's under your HOA.
You're already paying it in the HOA cost per month.
Yes.
Okay. So it's really the same amount, just two different places.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
All
And you
right.
don't have to mow your lawn because you
No.
have HOA. So
Right.
there are some benefits. Don't
Definitely.
take care of the pool.
Exactly. Someone else can do it.
Yes.
Yeah. So what are the characteristics that insurance companies look for that may affect someone's eligibility?
So when buying a house or when insuring a property, a lot of times companies will look for example, if you have an older home, they're going to look for the updates.
Okay.
So they want to make sure when they're taking on a risk that you have your heating updated, plumbing, so make sure it's copper or has been updated or partially updated at least in the past, 20, 30 years. Right. Just so there's no high risk of mishap. We do have some areas that are more prone to water leaks due to defaults in the building for the builders, but other than that, so they look for those types of things. The roof is a big one.
I actually had one where the roof was a big issue. It was an old wood shingle,
wood shake
roof, and to get that insured was near impossible.
Yes.
No one would insure it, and so we had to basically make a clause in there that we would replace the roof.
Right.
In order for the company to insure the property. So that was a big deal.
Right. So we do have some high risk not admitted carriers, which is our last resort, or California Fair Plan, which is our last resort. But we prefer not to put them in there if we can find another company.
Expensive.
Yes.
Yeah, very
Not
expensive.
only is it expensive, it's just, better carriers are, presented when you have maintenance properly done on the house.
Right, because it's a lower risk for them.
Right.
Got it.
So other things that insurance companies will go out and do an inspection anytime you purchase a new policy, usually within the first 45 days. And so once that's done, the inspector will go out there and they'll take a look at if there's overhanging of trees, anything touching the walls, because that creates moisture and could create damage there. They also look, if they want to get really nitpicky, some of them will look at paint peeling, easements cleaned, just pride of ownership. Basic things that you should have on the upkeep of your house.
Just
so.
the constant upkeep.
Right.
Okay, so hypothetical situation, because I've actually had this happen to one of my clients. Say someone buys a house, they move in, 6 months later, they have a slab leak.
Yes.
Now, at the sale of the property, they get a home warranty for a year. They also have home insurance. So in this case, who do you call?
Well, first of all, you want to shut off the water
right away.
That's the first thing. Try and take preventative measures.
Yeah.
Once you do that, you just want to maintain the area, try and ripe it up as best you can. You contact your insurance agent, because home warranties are usually for like mechanical breakdown situations. Power surges, appliances, things like that. Your insurance agent should have some reputable restoration companies that they can refer you to under a water claim, because our first action would be wanting to dry it up as quick as possible to create any future issues such as mold, and that'll be a huge health hazard. So we'd recommend to do that first. A lot of times these restoration companies are now going hand in hand with the claims adjusters and working together to get this done in a timely manner. And also, depending on your deductible, if it's just a small slab leak, what they would do is they would dry it up, and then if you have a high deductible, let's say a $2,500 deductible, and it's only a $2,000 repair, there's no reason to put in a claim. Too many claims, you're going to get declined, and it'll be harder to find a new insurance company. So so just talk to your agent first before putting in the claim.
Turn off the water.
Yes.
Call your agent.
Yes.
Yeah. Just rules to live by. All right. So what would you say is the number one misconception around home insurance?
So the number one thing I think on any insurance is that know that you're not 100% insured.
Right.
Whether it's health insurance, whether it's auto insurance, home insurance, there's always going to be gaps. So if you have a good agent, talk to your agent about the gaps. Let them explain to you what other additional coverages are optional. And if it's something that interests you, you can add them on. Usually those coverages are maybe like $20, for the whole year.
Right.
So if it's something that's interest to you, they do have service line coverage now. They do have home warranty policies built in as well. Jewelry is a big one. You'll have a theft, God forbid, someone still gets into your house and steals jewelry that you've had for years.
Right.
You don't think about that. So just things that don't come to mind right often. You just need to review your policy. Know what you're paying for.
Right. Well, I will say, Debra, it's because I've had to call her. It is like she knows what you're going through. She's very empathetic, and she's businesslike in her manner, where she's there to help you and assist you as quickly as possible based on your situation, which I always appreciated, because it was also like I'm talking to a friend who is there to help me get through this as quickly as possible, which is awesome. So I highly recommend Debra and her services here at BMR Insurance. What's the best way for someone to get in touch with you?
You can get in touch with me at the office, 714-838-1911. You can also call my work cell, 657-777-2311, or feel free to email me. It's Debra, Debra, @ BMRInsurance.com.
That was an easy one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Deborah. I really
you.
appreciate it. And guys, if you have any additional questions for her, feel free to reach out to her or reach out to me and I will get you in touch with Deborah. Thanks
Thank you.
again, and you're with great company.
Thank you.